Hello out there in YouTube again. This is Jimmy Pereira doing another quick sketch on the old sketchbook. I don't know how many I've done so far. I haven't really counted, but you can count as to how many videos I've created, and that would equal the amount of drawings I've done. Since this is kind of in tandem with Inktober, I'm going to be doing a sketch today of a swamp monster hiking. And I'm going to be kind of drawing some inspiration from the Swamp Thing character, while not trying to outright copy it. I can't help but think of that character. I don't have a tendency to sketch figures traditionally the way a lot of other artists sketch them. I tend to think about one piece of the puzzle at a time, kind of building it. And that's not really the best way to do this. You know, if you're working in a figure sketching class, they'll tell you to mark the top and the bottom, and then to do the whole thing and figure out your line of motion and so on and so forth. And I don't know, I just don't have a tendency to do that as much as I should. I just kind of piece it together. I don't know if it's like a Reese's where there's no wrong way to do it, but I figure, you know, if they teach it that way, they must be doing something right. So he's going to be kind of sort of walking. I'm going to put the back leg here. Again, I don't necessarily stick with my sketch. I may make some changes along the way. Now, since he lives in the swamp, there's going to be more of a rougher texture to his outline. Maybe he's got some worms and all this slime that's covering him. Since he does live in the swamp, maybe he's got some leeches somewhere. Maybe for a mouth, I'll make it look kind of gooey. I definitely didn't make him look happy. His face looks somewhat skeletal. I don't think Swamp Thing really had a nose, so I kind of copied that part of it. I think I'm going to bring his neck a little bit further up than when I had originally sketched it. Yeah, I'll give him thinner arms too, and a bigger chest and torso. Maybe a few twigs and branches coming off of them. I developed my love of drawing fairly early in life. I was about 6 years old when I started drawing, and I would copy my kindergarten teacher had some cartoons on the bulletin board that she would use, and I think they were, if I remember correctly, they were like cartoon bears, and I did my best to copy them in the margins of my school paper, just for fun. Probably should have been paying attention, but again, it was kindergarten. They were probably talking about colors or numbers or something else, and I probably got bored. And my teacher took notice of it when she looked at my papers, grading my papers, and she said, I think she wrote a note in the margin saying something along the lines that I have signs of talent and that I should look into getting art lessons. And so my parents couldn't really afford to, send me to an art professor or art school or anything like that. So all the art knowledge that I got was from the newspaper comics that my grandmother would save for me. She had a subscription to the local newspaper, and I would copy the comic strip characters that I would see there. It would be Garfield or Charlie Brown or some of those guys. And that's how I developed it. I had a real affinity for the Universal monsters. I loved to draw Frankenstein. He was one of my favorites to draw, particularly the Boris Karloff version. I still, can't help but think of that version when somebody says Frankenstein. I didn't even know that it was a book by Mary Shelley until, probably in high school at some point. And of course, the book is nothing like the movie. So I'm going to go ahead and try my best to hurry up and sketch here, because I could really spend a ton of time really kind of modeling all this stuff on him. I think you get the idea that he's kind of slimy. So I'm going to go ahead and try to wrap this up as soon as possible. I want to try to keep these videos to about 15 minutes. And no longer really than that. I think that's a pretty good amount of time for watching somebody draw. Nowadays, people's attention spans just aren't what they used to be. As a kid, I would watch public television, and you'd have Sesame Street and so on and so forth, and you'd also have shows like Mark Kistler's Draw Squad, and he would have this dragon that would draw with him, and I think the dragon's name was Sydney, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. If anybody remembers that, go ahead and write a comment down below, and you can correct me if I get it wrong. But that was a great show, and that really kind of inspired me more than anything to draw, because I was quite young at the time when that was on television. So that probably got me interested in thinking about, well, if they can draw this from their imagination, I would love to be able to draw things and create. I'm thinking maybe his feet are like Groot, maybe they're like kind of roots. I don't know. I'm going to bring his leg a little bit further out. This one is going to be a little bit more flat than that one. And maybe put some slime down below here. He's leaving a trail of slime wherever he walks. Draw some grass. After all, he lives in a swamp. So there you have it. I'm going to go ahead and sign it. And hope you enjoyed watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you'd like to see more content.